as we know that we are having the schedule of 3 days for the power of expression, group discussion schedule, lecturate schedule and debate schedule. And today we are assembled for the lecturate schedule. In the lecturate schedule, even the topic was assigned, and for that each and every member will have to prepare the caption accordingly, and they deliver their speeches for their respective level. And leaders and masters are even authorized to prepare their voice for that. So let me talk to the leaders, discipline in charge and team lead. So have you prepared your voice in that respect?
Yes, sir.
The topic was
Media trials.
media trials. Have you prepared even yourself also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Hassan, you please start your content.
First of all, a very healthy evening to our respected secretary sir and all the members present out here. Today we are here for the lecture and the caption is media trial. So gentlemen, media is the fourth pillar of the democracy and it is one of the most important pillars because it is the media, this is a transparent medium that is making the government connected to the people. So this is a common practice that is being observed this day that before the jurisdiction of the court, the media is having its own investigation, giving coming to a conclusion before the judiciary is coming to it. So this is the thing that is hampering the dignity of the judiciary because there is a contrast of idea and this thing is creating a biasness among the people. And due to this biasness, if the topic is quite flamed, then there is a sort of conflict in the country and in the entire nation. And some instability sort of condition is going to come in the country. And if we move next, then there are some sort.
It was a very satisfactory point that you have shared with me. So, in that context, I would like to share some important news. As we know that we spoken about democracy. Democracy means to the people, for the people, by the people. And when we talk about media, even media is a kind of medium which connect people to the government or people to the rest of the country. So in that respect, if there is some crisis and even it is going to be discussed in the media or the medium through which you are connected, so what is wrong with that? So even it was a question and the statement that you have given, it was really a question. This is it. Okay, now I would like to go with Master next. So please come over here. Let him speak first. The Master. Okay, your name is? Neil Shankar. How do you prepare yourself, Neil?
So, firstly, good evening, sir. So, firstly, after getting the caption on the site, we usually go with the internet sites, and even after getting the bulk of knowledge, we mold that very knowledge into a very contentful writing on our diary. And
listen here, do you know why I asked this question and what was my expectation in that respect? Initially, what I told you that leaders and masters' roles are, even they are going to have the information to their group members. And both the members came and they didn't share this word that I get some basic notion from my leader, basic notion from a master. It means that indirectly you want to prove that even the masters and leaders didn't do anything for you. Is it correct or not?
No, sir. Actually, they work a lot.
So why the credit was not with them? So it was a part of the credit.
Definitely.
Indirectly, I suggested you the source of information also include the vision of the leaders. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay, so again, a healthy evening to respected secretary sir and everyone present over here. Today we are assembled here for the lecture round on the caption media trials. Gentlemen, we live in the diverse nation, which is also known as the largest democracy of the world. In this democracy, the different sections of the society are defined to do the different sections of the to do the different part and parcels of it. So what we are seeing that as the jurisdiction, the courts are having their different work, media is having their different work, and even different sectors are having their different work. In this, we can see that media trials, in which media, which is a medium to connect the people to the government, are going to the process of trials, which are holding a case in their own hand and going with the trials and giving the verdicts and information about that very case to the in the public sector. And in that very notion, we can say that even trials are having much of benefits. As we can take the case of Sushant Singh Rajput. Definitely the trial was to prove that what was the reason of that very suicide, but what we are seeing that because of that trial only we get to know many the loopholes of that very Bollywood industry. We have got the notion that which very actor or which very person is using to do the drugs or different portions came up. So these trials are having definitely many good outcomes also. But here we can see that it is like a glass which is half filled with water and even half empty. So what we are seeing that this trial is somewhere going biased. Even the case of Sanjay Dutt, we can see that the trial.
It was a very satisfactory thought that we had. So let me add some important points and information in there.
Yes, sir.
As we know that earlier I told something about it. So presently I am going to speak something more about it. So as you know that democracy has three pillars: judiciary, executive and legislature. And for that even certain qualifications, certain requirements are there. Such as for executive one has to qualify examination. For legislature even examination and the proceedings are required to be the part of legislature. For even the part of judiciary, even certain parameters are being set up. Even these different even pillar of the democracy have their own dignity. They come out with their own proven setups.
So first of all, good evening to sir and all the people present here. Today I, Cadet Anish Kumar, stand in front of you to deliver my point on the caption court media trial. So first of all, dear friend, the third media trial, which is also known as Kangaroo Court, is basically it is a group of unauthorized people who without any evidence they go to the final verdict. As we know that, dear friend, in our country, media is known as the fourth pillar of the democracy, and under Article 19 first, it has the freedom of speech. And we also know that in democracy, each institution has their one jurisdiction, so they have to work in it. And if I talk about the media trial, then by intervening the jurisdiction of the judiciary system, they go for it. And in our country, there are lots of cases which are sensitive and important. And for this, the people demand the verdict very.
So DI, please come over here. And within 1 minute, you are going to speak about the topic. Please, sir.
First of all, a very healthy evening to Secretary Sir and all the men present over here. I, Cadet Vicky Patel from Nalanda, Bihar, and presently today we have the lecturate and the topic of media trials. Friends, as we are having the topics media trials, having two words, media and trials. Media is about the privilege opportunity platform that we are using it to access our information to our society. And the trials is the procedure for conducting any types of issues to raise our issues in our judiciary. So in that case, media trials is using that very ways to transform from connectivity towards conviction. As we are noticing that in the case of Nirbhaya case or in 2012, we have noticed that in one side the Nirbhaya case is just been defaming as per the judicial system. It is not being considered that the identification of the victims are not being disclosed by the judiciary. But in that very case, the Nirbhaya's name, the defamation of the Nirbhaya is being created by the social media. And in the other part, in the positive side, it has also been created the judicial, that is the Juvenile Justice Act. In that case, the Nirbhaya's victim has four victims, and in that case, one of the victims is of the age 16 years. And in that case, due to social media's outrage, the people are demanding that the 16 years of child is also to be punished as a heinous, punishment because he has done the heinous crime.
Okay, that's good. So you are having some limited time. Yes. So please, team leader, please come over here and have your notion on that.
First of all, good evening, sir, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to elaborate my views on the very beautiful caption that is media trial. Gentlemen, let me make you aware that what is media trials. First of all, the media is the fourth pillar of the democracy, and we can say that in the simple word, it is the voice of the people, which connect the people of the voice as a medium to get the knowledge about the government and what are the loopholes that the present challenges of the people are having. Even as well, presently what is happening with the new term existence of the social media trials, that the media are giving the verdict that these are the things in this case which is going to be happening, and these are the loopholes that what are going to be happening, and it is somehow harassing the people and those who are being engaged in it, and which is somehow not good. But there are every coin has two faces. Some are having positive and negative also. But sometimes we are seeing that sometimes the low cases voice are not being raised to the government, and these are the cases are being also happening in the country. On that time, these media trials are playing a very crucial and important role to raise the voice to the government, and the cases are going to be solved.
It was a very fine notion that your team leader has stated. Please, sir, take it. So that what I perceive, media trial is just like a knife If you hold it with the handle, it may cut the challenges. Whereas, if you hold it with the edges, it may cut the hand in two. So that even the sensitive topic should be taken with a sensitive dimension. Thank you. So close कर दीजिए इनको. So हमने